The Supreme Court decided this week to take up a case that could reshape voting districts and have a big impact on areas with big important immigrant populations like the Rio Grande Valley. Action 4's Grande explains.
In 2016, the U.S. Supreme Court will decide on the definition of person in its one person, one vote rule, whether or not political jurisdictions will continue to be based on total population or solely eligible voters. Next year, the Supreme Court will take up a Texas court case that challenges the way voting districts are drawn from school boards to Congress. Currently, it's based on total population from the U.S. Census, but the case argues representation should be based on eligible voters. Barely half of the total population in the 3 South Texas congressional districts is eligible to vote. The Rio Grande Valley would likely lose national and state representatives if the court changes the rules, and that doesn't sit well with voters.
I think it would be awful for us here in the Valley.
Edgar Cruz is not a U.S. citizen, but argues he should still be represented.
I'm a resident of Hidalgo County. I pay taxes in Hidalgo County. I generate revenues for Hidalgo County. I have employees, so I'm contributing to society, so I should be represented.
Hidalgo County Elections Administrator Yvonne Ramon says determining where to draw the lines is hard enough based on the population.
It's an approximation, and it would be a job to be able to determine how to draw those lines.
Non-U.S. citizens legally or illegally residing in the country are counted in the population census, and it shows at the ballot box.
Right now, that representation should be more probably if we were to really get every single person who lives here as far as population. But our number of registered voters compared to other counties that are our size is very low.
Ramon says the best thing that you can do to make sure that you're represented is to register to vote and then get out and vote. In the Farr McAllen newsroom, Brett Crandall, Action 4 News.
The case won't be decided until next June, but you can sound off already on any of our social media pages. We're on Twitter at KGBT, Facebook.com/Action4News, or just email listens@valleycentral.com.